Insidious: The Last Key is now the fourth Insidious film, and it is surprisingly good. I mean, the fourth film in a horror franchise is usually when it really starts going downhill, but this one is still really good.
To end this evil, I need to go deeper into the further. I don't have memories from this place. I have scars. I am gonna find it, and I'm gonna finish it.
So right out of the gates, if you are not a fan of the Insidious movies, this movie is not going to change your mind. If you're a fan of the Insidious movies, you're going to like this. So, I mean, go into that knowing that. I mean, because this is a very Insidious movie. Like, this is the whole idea, you know, with the dark plane, the astral world, whatever that is, the dark place. And, you know, with the ghosts and with the demons, and that how, you know, that people can go into that dark place and can speak to them, and they can haunt them, and that, you know, that it also ties into, like, real life demons, you know, like serial killers, and that, you know, that they are, like, linked sometimes, and sometimes that when they die, they haunt a place and want to keep killing. And, you know, that whole story of this movie kind of ties into all that, and it ties in really well. So, this takes, essentially, the sequel to Insidious 3, because you know, Insidious 1 and 2 are essentially a duology. They're like a two-part movie, and 3 and 4 are like another duology, a two-part movie, two parts of the movie series, because this is again another prequel to the first two Insidious movies, and like you get a few couple moments where they link up to the original movies, and they're like, if you're a fan of them, they go, I see that? And there's kind of funny little moments that I noticed. And, you know, there's other stuff where, like, showing, like, where they got the shirts that they people wear, where they got the van, and, you know, kind of, it's like a prequel, you know, it does a lot of stuff that prequels do, but, you know, it does them well. And, you know, I really like, you know, Lynn Shay, again, as, you know, the main character, Elise, and it's really cool to have, you know, an over 70-year-old woman in the star of the movie. I mean, it's awesome. I mean, they do have some hot young girls too, but I mean, she is a star. And I really like that you got to see her early life. You got to see, like, the complete backstory of Elise. You got to see, you know, that her father was a guard at a prison, and, you know, she lived in the house on the prison grounds. So, you know, she saw a lot of shit there. And, you know, the dad was abusive, and there was some really evil ghost that she may have let loose upon the world. And that's, you know, the keys. And, you know, that main character, the main demon or ghost or whatever it is pretty cool. Except, you know, it's like all horror movies. When you show the whole monster, it kind of loses its scariness. Like, the scariest parts are, like, the hands with, like, the keys on them. Like that, but then, you know, towards the end, you get, like, the whole monster. And, you know, the monster looks cool, but at the same time, it's not really scary then. It's just a monster. But there's, I mean, again, this being an Insidious movie, there are a lot of jump scares. So if you hate jump scares, you may be annoyed by this. But I really don't think there are any fake jump scares. Like, they're all, like, real jump scares. And they were all something to be scary. And I like some of them that they were surprising. Like, you think they're going to be something, but then it's not. And the thing keeps going. You keep waiting for the jump scare. And it's really, like, bringing that tension really well. Although, it's too bad, like, some of the trailers spoiled some of those scenes. And, you know, what I think the biggest problem in the movie is at a certain point, she meets her brother and her two nieces. And they come in the story. And I think that they're brought in too abruptly. You don't get to know them at all. And you're supposed to care about them. Like, but they're really important for the later scenes. But they don't have enough setup. Like, I needed some more time with them, like, to care about them. And they really never gave it to me. It's just like, bam, okay, here we are. And there's also some really odd scenes with the two guys, Lee Winnell and Angus Sampson. You know, they're, like, the sidekicks. And they have some really cringy moments, especially with Angus. Like, I mean, it's just, I know they're trying to be funny, but they're pretty cringy. And this funny that when I saw it, there was this one guy in the back of the crowd laughing hilariously to those moments, and the rest of the crowd was completely quiet. I thought that was kind of funny, but it is what it is. I'm a fan of horror movies, and I really like this. It's especially coming out, a new movie coming out in January. You don't expect a lot, but for what it was, I loved it. It's nothing like amazing, but it's a great movie and a great addition to the Insidious series. Yeah, I almost wonder what they'll do next, because this movie essentially at the end is essentially kind of the beginning of the first Insidious movie. And I wonder what they'll do next, because they have set up from the second movie that Elise is dead, and she is like helping them in the further, and she is she can help them fight the demons. So I wonder if you could have her helping the people like in the afterlife, and then still have these two characters helping. And you could even maybe get in. They introduced the one niece here, which has some of those powers. So you could have her being part of it, or you could even have the kid from the first movie being a part of it. Like, I'm not sure what they could do different things, and I hope I think it did pretty well. Like, I saw it on Thursday, but I'm not filming it till now. But I think it did pretty well at second place, like 30 million, and it probably hardly cost anything to make. Probably already made like $25 million profit from it, although not counting publicity or whatever. But it's a really good movie if you like horror movies. So if you like horror movies, check it out. You'll like it. If you don't like horror movies, don't watch it. You're not gonna like it. But I really enjoyed it, and I give it like an 8 out of 10. So thanks for watching, and check out other video playlists around my head, or subscribe to me over here. Thanks.